Okay, hello folks, how are you today? I hope this video, when you see this video, view this video, it finds you're doing well. You're doing good, you're doing amazing, you're having a great day. I am going to clean up. I am actually working to get this broadcasted on Facebook too. I really don't like the platform Facebook for any streaming. So what I do is I stream YouTube and I put the link on Facebook. So I'll go over that with you here shortly. So right now I'm working to get a link onto Facebook. So bear with me just a moment. Okay, alright, so as you can see on my screen with the very cheesy and quickly made artwork, my background is says only Linux cinnamon SUSE. So as you know, I am a Linux guy. I will not have Windows on my computer, and if the two operating systems, if Linux, well, there's many operating systems in the Linux community, but if Linux and Windows both operated the exact same, had the exact same features, they mostly do, if everything was the same, but I mean, that's why I don't understand the popularity of Windows, but I do understand. As a long-time Windows user, I will never go back, but like I said, if everything was the same, I have freedoms with Linux that I just simply do not have in Windows. Linux doesn't tell me what programs I can have or not have. It doesn't tell me what hardware I can have and not have. And that's pretty much it. I mean, and I'm sorry, but it's just way more secure. I mean, you get the, but if it does, if it's not anything else, me, I'm the kind of guy, I like to have my freedoms, and you just don't have that in Windows. Simply, you just do not have it in Windows. I could install Linux. I could probably install and update about probably around 5 Linux systems, different OSs, in the amount of time it takes someone to do one Windows installation. With the same machine. So, I mean, of course, you know, someone who's got a nicer machine with you, it may process things a little bit quicker, you know, but on the same computer, I think that I can do at least 3 systems on Linux before I can do Windows. Now, that's not what makes it great. What makes it great is it's just the freedom you get, you know, and to me, in a world, the crappy world we live in right now, where our rights are trying to be ripped from us, at least when I own a computer and have Linux on it, I actually own my computer. No one dictates what I can have. And I kind of like that. So, if for no other reason, your freedoms, man. Some people don't care about their freedoms. You know, I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, Linux, you got the terminal. They got a shell. They got a terminal shell in Windows too." But a lot of the functionality that Windows have is not revealed to you because they want to control your PC, and I'm telling you, they want to control your PC. I'm telling you, they want to control your PC. The things that come out, the requirements, it's just a control. It's just a control thing. So today, as you can see, the title of the video was openSUSE-Tumbleweed. Now, I designed my own operating system based on Arch Linux, and you know, I got to thinking, and I try to develop that always on the side, you know, because at one point I like to release my operating system to the Linux community so they could, I mean, the more I learn, the more I want to share with them, you know. And if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. And if they don't like my system, it takes seconds to wipe it off the face of the planet, off of their computer. And I'm going to go over some of this stuff during this video, but I wanted to show you openSUSE Tumbleweed, and I have made my own spin of openSUSE. I like getting involved with things, and I've actually struggled. I've tried openSUSE like a couple of times, and at the time I was a gamer, and with recent convictions, you know, and I guess I really don't call it a sacrifice leaving that, because it's just a game. But you know, I sacrificed. Well, I mean, what I did was made all the time I spent building that my characters on that game up from, you know, way back in the day. We're talking, I wasn't a Christian at the time, and by no stretch of the imagination am I a perfect Christian now, but I quit that game. I'll probably quit more. I do play Mahjong. I play some games on the computer I still got, like Mahjong. Got something called Quadrupuzzle, and whatnot. But today, I want to show you, like I said, I was a gamer. So I tried openSUSE several times, and I would just get frustrated because I could not get things to work. But I knew I still like Linux. It didn't cause me to go back to Windows. I have gone back and forth from Linux to, you know, in Windows over maybe the past year, but it was for gaming reasons, because I just physically couldn't. And I'm telling you, gaming on Linux is way better than in Windows. I picked up over 100 frames per second better running Linux. My OBS Studio runs better on Linux. All my recording software, streaming software runs better on Linux. You might just have to let them dogs in. I'm not going to have them whining to people on a stream. Especially Titus. I don't know why he whines like that. He just likes it inside. Right, Byron? Oh, Titus, come here. Come here, Titus. Come here, buddy. You go over here and behave, okay? Go over and behave. Go over and behave. Dogs are crazy. But anyway. Yeah. So I quit the gaming and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try it again. So I had been using Debian, which is the grandfather to pretty much all Linux distros, except OpenSUSE and except Fedora. Fedora is also a fabulous system. Arch is certainly a fabulous system, but the frustrations that I was getting in Windows, some of those are still present in Arch simply because of the frequent updates. Now, I'm not talking about the entire system updates, you know, and they handle updates entirely way better than Windows. So what I mean by that is you all are aware, like, if something happens to your computer, you crash, let's say you forgot to have a I don't even remember what they call it, what was the backup? What's the backup? Oh, system restore. If you didn't have a restore point on Windows, you all know you had to do a fresh install. You had to recover, you know, certain things. I mean, if you didn't know, hey, what was the point when things were broke, you just did a fresh install, or you recovered and back to factory or something like that, and you kind of start from scratch. You're not up to date, like 22H42H2 or whatever it is now, something like that. So you know what I'm talking about. And you have to completely check for updates, check for updates, check for updates. It goes green, check for more updates. It finds more updates. Instead of giving you all the updates at once, like Linux, you're updating forever. That's why it's so much faster on Linux. You just type in the update and you get the update. You go to the latest version that you're at with Linux. You don't have to sit there, you know, depending on your speed of your computer and your ISP, it's going to take a while. Linux, you're there. So I could almost beat, I say I can beat a Windows installation on a crappy setup on Linux and beat a better setup on Windows. But anyway, we're not going to do a side-by-side comparison. Fortunately for me, I don't have that ability anymore because I do not have, well, I got a disk, a Windows 10 disk somewhere in my book of black disks that I call it, and if I wanted to install Windows, I could. I'm not. I am not. I'm telling you, hold me accountable. Hold me accountable. I'm not. If Microsoft or Bill Gates, more specifically, had their choice, he would be controlling everything. And I just realized something. My chat box is having issues. My chat dock is having trouble. That blows. So guess what? I'll show you the chat dock. Okay. Alright. I don't know if I'm still recording or not at this point. It looks like I might be. It looks like I might be. I'm going to go to Facebook real quick. No, I'm going to go to YouTube. YouTube. Okay. Videos. Sorry, I apologize. Okay. It appears I'm still recording. Alright. So I'm going to transition over to... Darn it. My other screen. To show you that it's just simply not working. Okay, here you're on my screen now. This is my computer here, my desktop. I don't have my typical Biden background on this screen. I didn't want to taint this video at all with Biden. So, and it ain't a picture of Biden. It's his name, and there's something happening. A function is happening to him in this picture, which is very, very humorous to me. But anyway, this is OpenSUSE. And let me show you. This is a system I'm running. As you can see here, only Linux Cinnamon SUSE-Tumbleweed. This is my Cinnamon, or my SUSE, OpenSUSE spin I've done. I call it only Linux Cinnamon SUSE-Tumbleweed. Now, once I edit the kernel, the Linux kernel out at here, and I'm done edit. When I'm done with the kernel, which is going to be a Zen kernel, I just find Zen to be, I don't know. I don't know about. It's just a great kernel, and I edited a couple of things in it, and I guess I don't really have to anymore, because the reason I picked the Zen kernel to begin with was there's some functions in it that I just found to be superior in gaming. Now, I am by no means have the knowledge that a lot of these Linux guys have, and I just know how to do things. You know, I don't know the names of things. Like, there's some songs that I might listen to. I have no idea who's singing them, but I listen to them. So that's one of these situations. And I do, as you can see, I'm running Cinnamon, and it's 6. I think actually it goes up to 6.04. And now the problem with, and it's not really a problem, OpenSUSE was kind of like those things. It's a rolling release Tumbleweed, but it's not going to have what could some of the things might be the latest and greatest, but I'm not really so sure. What I'm talking about is, like, I'm not so sure what the Linux community is using as far as the kernel. I'm thinking that I'd have to look. I'm not going to switch operating systems while I'm on the stream. I can't. I mean, I could, but then I'd have to do some editing and move some things around, and it's really not. I'm not going to do that. But as you can see, I'm running a SUSE, the kernel. I got Tumbleweed. I've had this running for 13 hours now and 13 minutes. I've got 2,590 packages, and it says RPM. All of those are not RPM packages. That I do not understand that part. That's one part I don't understand. And I do have 7 what are called flatpaks, and I do not have 7 flatpaks installed. I designed this with 0 flatpaks. I had 0 flatpaks, but OBS-Studio, they recommend that you use, well, they support 2 operating systems pretty much, Windows and Ubuntu for Linux. I don't know why they choose Ubuntu over Debian. It's been around longer than Ubuntu, but who am I to dictate what someone else's intellect designs and comes up with? So that's the deal. If you don't have Ubuntu or Windows, the Flatpak is their only supported method because it has the functionalities that you would have in the Ubuntu. Like there's a wizard. I don't know if I don't think I can show. I'm not going to show you because the screens will. They do some funky things, but that's the system I'm running, okay? And these are the icons that I got. I like the icon set, the theme here. I like the dark theme. I just like it, and I'm running the Ryzen 9 12-core processor. I got the ATI, the XFX whatever graphics card. It's a 580, I think. X, but 32 gigs of memory, so I don't have the most fabulous system, but it's great. It's an air cool, or it's a water cooled. I got a radiator, water cooled radiator in my system, and it runs really cool. And but this is OpenSUSE. Let me show you. See, it kind of looks like Windows. The reason why I chose the Cinnamon desktop is because it's the most. It was easy to transition over to Linux, unlike the GNOME desktop or the other desktops that I haven't spent a lot of time with those, so they may function as good as Cinnamon. I don't know. It was hard for me to make that transition, so I've stuck with Cinnamon. I try to improve Cinnamon for what I like, what I enjoy. So as you can see, I mean, it's pretty much like your Windows would work. Maybe it's like the Windows 7, which I was really upset when I had to get rid of Windows. You don't have to get rid of Windows 7. I can still be running Windows 7. I actually tried to install XP on this system. It's been quite a while ago, and it was so low it wouldn't. I mean, I just couldn't get it to work. I mean, I wasn't been on shape because I'm not into Windows, but I just wanted to see if I could accomplish it. I could not. So, I mean, I could spin up a virtual machine in any Windows. I could have Windows 98 running on a virtual machine with pretty much no hiccups, but there's no purpose for me to do that. So it's sort of like Windows as far as the functionality. You know, you go to games here, and I've got these are the games. Wine is if I choose to run, and I will run a Windows native things, you know, certain things that, and when I do that, I'll use Wine. But as you can see, I have no Wine programs running at the time. Now I'll show you the only ones that I have in my possession. I'll click Linux here, and these are the DVD things. I got, you know, a DVD burner, of course. So when I buy a DVD, when we buy a DVD here, we usually buy it because we like it and we want to view it many times. Possibly we want to be able to watch it whenever we want. And history has proven that those DVDs get wore out. So I like to make a copy of those. And those get put here under the movie section. And I probably will delete these. I mean, they're good movies, but I just not into the foulness or the language. As you know, Beverly Hills Cop it's funny, but it's becoming not funny because it's just the foulness of language. You know, so, and the Top Gun movies, they got Top Gun Maverick here. They got a little bit of words, I think they use in that, and Top Gun, I don't even remember if they have any in that, but that's what I do. I make a copy, and if I want, if something happens to the original, all I got to do is make another one. So these are all my pictures I've acquired over the years. DVD pics. I don't know why that says DVD pics. Oh, I know why. It was a CD pic. This is these are pics that my wife had stored on a CD that I found, and I put it on the computer because the DVD was all scratched up, and I was able to recover these pictures. With the exception of 2 of those pictures, these are what came out of that mess. So I was glad I was able to save those. So Jasmine's got a whole slew of stuff. Dragons. I'm into dragons myself. Videos. So yeah, pictures. But see the function, I mean, everything's pretty much instant. You click on something, I mean, it's just as good or better than Windows. And let's go back and look at let me hit Control-Alt-T. It'll spin up this. And let me hit H-top here. See, these are resources up here. I'm only using 2.6 gigs of memory. I mean, that seems kind of like a load, but I am running OBS, and everything is running in the background, and that's still all I'm using. And my cores, as you can see, my threads and cores are not even hardly being touched. So yeah, I just love it. And these are the programs I got on my bar. I got Steam. I don't even have Steam. I'm not going to click on this because it's going to start updating Steam. I have not updated Steam yet. There are no. I might play the trucking game my son does, and it's on. I can't think of what it's called. American Truck Simulators. I might play that with my son later. I don't know, but I'll update that when that time. I got Quadra Puzzle. It's like a Tetris type of a game. And I got Mahjong. Those are the only 2 games. So, and I use BLC Media Player that plays the movies that I would have. I could watch them right off of my computer. And I cannot play that on live stream because that would be copyright. I would get copyrighted instantaneously. It would not. What they would do is they would cut that part of it out and send me a copyright, and they would not delete it, but they would blur it out or whatever, and give me the opportunity to fix it. So I'm not going to play it, but I was just showing you that would play a movie with, you know, no problem. So you can see it started right up, and I use Rhythmbox for my media player. My music plays my music, and OBS is what I use for my recording. That's what I'm recording with right now. Caden Live is what I use to edit videos, and Audacity is what I use to edit audio files. So yeah, and then Office, I use LibreOffice. I think it's the best. I even use this on Windows because back when Windows 7 was out, they rendered the functionality of the Office program that I have a copy of, and it lost functionality because they wanted you to upgrade, and like they want you to do 365 now. So LibreOffice works great. All the functions that I have in Microsoft Office are present. And for the internet, I got Zoom. I can have a Zoom meeting. I got it down here actually, and I can start a Zoom meeting. Thunderbird, it's my email thing. My wife doesn't like it. I love it. I have all my emails, my Only Linux email, ministry emails, prayer all these are ministry emails here. When I get a prayer request, I throw it on my ministry site. Let's see. And this was, I got a notification saying that I'm recording this video. Deleted. So, you know, I get all my emails in one program here. And it's real funny because back when I was in my early 20s, I designed a messaging platform. I've been in the computers for a long time. That I could use my MSN, our Hotmail. We used to have this Hotmail messaging thing on the computers. I think it was Hotmail, and there was YouTube, or what was it called? Yahoo. There was AOL, Yahoo, Microsoft, Hotmail, whatever it was, and so I made a program that I could run them all. I made a program. I think I structured it. It was a C++ platform, and I had the ability then to do it all. And someone, I can't even think of the name of the program, someone came out with and released a similar program, IRC or ICC, ICP, there was another program that I used. But anyway, they come out with a program, started with a T Trillium, I can't even think of the program. So I don't know if they made money off of it, but I made some pretty cool stuff. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, I haven't. See, this is not loading up for some reason. I don't know why it's not loading, but that's okay. I'm going to get rid of the stock. I mean, it's not working anyway. Why add the dock, right? So here we go. Dock is gone. So back to the OpenSUSE thing. I just really like this, and I'm going to go over some things that the reason I tried it recently, and I couldn't get some functionality, and I figured it out. Um, so that's why I have it on my system now. But like I could use this. It's called woeusb. This is what I would use to burn a Windows, make a Windows flash drive. I would stick a flash drive into my computer and put Windows on. But I'll show you the operating systems that I do have. Arch Linux, Debian, Fedora, and then OpenSUSE. So that's what I have. And I've got my documents, my Linux documents. I write down everything I do, so I got these files, everything I do. So whenever I do something, I put it in this file. So all I have to do, if I was to install Linux, like a vanilla Linux and not mine, I could do this, copy and paste this, and it would put everything I need. Like in the description of this video, that's all the things I've done to their to the Linux things. So I've got Debians here, and I got Linux Mint Debian and a regular Debian here, Fedora Cinnamon, Makulu. I tested out Makulu GNOME for a while, and I got Makulu Cinnamon. OpenSUSE, of course. And I realized at one point, I got Ubuntu. I'll probably never run Ubuntu again. But I keep it around just in case I want to give it a shot. That these settings, so these settings here, this is what a normal person would be looking at. And they generally hide certain things so people don't screw their system up. So I show the system, and these things like the dot cache, all these, I make I copy. Like, let's go to OpenSUSE here. I got them all right here. So all these settings, where you see these icons at the bottom of the screen and everything, all I have to do is unzip those. If I do a fresh install, all I gotta do is unzip those really quick, and I get my system back right where I wanted it. So instead of, I also got a program, and it's great. I haven't even done that yet. Maybe I'll do that to show you, but we'll go through a time shift. Now, time shift is better when you use ButterFS. You can do a full backup, and it's almost like bam, instantaneous. But I use rsync because I keep my drives to where I can interchange where they're function. Although I'm not going to have a Windows, I want functionality to use certain things that I could use on Microsoft, if that makes any sense. So I do have ButterFS, and you know what? I have none. Okay, it's my external drive. I got my external drive is it's set to be I can plug it into a Windows system and get files, and I can pull it into the Linux system and get files. But these are all either ext4, this is a Linux file system, and ButterFS. So I use ButterFS down here, and I click next, and I only keep 2 copies. And I'll hit next here. And I do choose to include the hidden files because it just makes it easy. Bam, your stuff is back. And let's hit finish here. And as you can see, these are all the, I got my Arch Linux and Fedora is on here. And now I'm going to create a OpenSUSE for the first time. And this will back up OpenSUSE. That means if I could RM, I could delete crucial functionalities to Linux in the terminal. That's why, you know, it's people, if you're concerned about the terminal and commands and stuff, it's so easy to learn the Linux. There's wikis everywhere for you to learn Linux. And if you're an avid Windows user, it wouldn't be that hard. Black coffee. But I'll let that run. So, yep. BELENA-ETCHER. This is what I would use to burn a flash drive. Linux. It's really, really good, really quick, stable. Of course, my document scanner here. I don't have it on, but let me turn my scanner on and I'll probably pick it up immediately. Oh, that's the first time. See, I haven't installed driver software. This is the first Linux system I have installed that has not automatically picked up the scanner. I'm actually blown away. So what I'm gonna do, while we're on the phone, let's just see how Linux handles the printer scanner. Found it. See how quick that was? It found it right away. So I'm going to add that. Nope. Where is all right. Well, bummer. So now I have to run crud. I actually have the disk for that. That's the thing that I don't get is it finds it no problem exactly what it is, and I mean the HP it worked right off the bat, but I have the software. I have it. I just have not. No. That's probably not going to work. It's not the right. I don't. I don't like the. I'm going to edit that out. I'm getting rid of. I'm going to rebuild the printer the print. I'm going to make my own printer server because this is nuts. I mean, it's detecting it, but it's not detecting the. It's not finding. Oh well, really not that big of a deal. So, let's try. Oh, it did it. Tumbleweed. We're good. Exit out of there. So I can delete. Oh, I won't worry about that. So anyway, I may search for that. But anyway, so the scanner, the discs, I could edit my disk out here. Now, this is the program I use. Like if there's a hard drive, it appears that it's gone bad, I plug it into my computer and I go here and I repair the file system instead of getting rid of it like, hey, my stuff is not recoverable. It's usually always recoverable. The yes software, if I want more software. Graphics, I use Krita for my make photos and stuff like that. So yeah, I like it. It works. The functionality is amazing. This is OBS. That's my OBS. So take the screen back over here. Let's see, what should I do? Show you. I got Discord here, I can talk to people. VirtualBox. I didn't add my group to the VirtualBox. Great. We'll have to do that. Easy as cake. I thought that was a function that I already had in my computer do. Nope. I did not. I'm going to steal. I'm going to steal from Grandpa here. Nope. Not going to steal from Grandpa. Am I going to steal from Fedora? I'm not going to steal from Fedora. Am I going to steal from Makulu? I really can't believe that I did not save my Arch Linux, or my VirtualBox. Oh well, I'm not going to build any VMs for a while anyhow. I messed up. I have messed up. And I can't think of the, if I could think of the command to do that right off the top of my head, I could just, it would be instantaneous. Oh, here we go. Oops. Oh, yep, save it. Can't believe I tried to exit out here. Control-Alt-T, bring a terminal up. Let's see if my command that I had copied before works. Okay. So if that worked like I said, it's instantaneous, and I should be able to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the easy way. I like doing it from the terminal. Now that didn't work. My commands were not correct. Yep. And I use Brave browser. And I do have a Microsoft function browser on my computer. I forgot. So let's go to VirtualBox. Oh, well, that's the RPM. Surely somewhere on here I will get the
Fill up yet?
yeah, I'll take a warm up. Is there plenty for you, bud?
Yeah. There we go, Master.
Thank you, bestest, buddy. Let's just do how to install VirtualBox on openSUSE-Tumbleweed. I'm sure I'll get the command in here. I do. That's the command I needed. Ah. What? Oh my gosh. I'm willing to bet that did the trick. Okay, I have to do I don't want to log out. Yeah, I can't log out. I can't show you guys, but that worked. I'm telling you straight up, it worked. Um, but I use Brave browser, and to block all this unnecessary garbage, an extension to use, and I don't have it installed yet because I was doing, let's see, duck go. Add to Brave. It will flat block style. It is great for security and everything. I'm going to turn this off. So I just love Brave. It's been my go-to. But and since I hate AI, I wanted to have something AI, so I put Edge on here so I could learn AI, so I know how to counter AI. I don't like AI, but they got this, and it's garbage, just so you know. It's got to say, I could ask it things, and it'll give me answers, and it completely screws up sometimes. I think it's most accurate for Windows stuff, but it does. I mean, I could ask it something, it'll answer. So I keep it around. If I cannot figure something out, I'll check it out, and sometimes it'll give me a decent answer. But Black Silk coffee, amazing. So what else do I do? I've got to, let me see, go back to, that's bothering me about the printer. Last thing. So what I'm going to do is head over to Canon. Well, that blows. So let's go Linux drivers for a extract here. I didn't think that was going to work. They lied to me. course. Yeah. Yep. I don't know why I wouldn't do the install scripts. So I'm going to go back to the file here. Never encountered this. I will get off of here and interesting. have to put the disk in. I'll do that later. I'm not concerned about that right now. I'll get my scanner working. But I'll make another video showing that I got it working. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it that way. Let's see. Printers. How to install on OpenSUSE. Really? Didn't work. They lied. Awesome. Oh, it's been completed. Now let's see if I get the scanner, if it'll find it. Not yet. Not yet. Very interesting. Didn't do anything. I gotta use the bathroom. I will return. Alright. Let's get back to this. So let's check it out again. Understand. Okay. Going through my book of discs here, I'm pretty sure I still have the disc around. do. I do. Glad I saved stuff. That's a very old printer. So we get some magic happening. I'm not so sure my computer. I think my computer might lock. It's trying to force me to do a survey. It's amazing that the OBS is still working. Excuse me. Pretty upsetting, I gotta say. It's the first encounter. I'm glad I did it on video. Okay, let me take the disk out, and I will do this again. Bye guys, I'm gonna be right back. I think pretty soon. I think I might have messed my stuff up. I'm gonna see if logging out will cause me to lose this screen. I'll be back. Yep, it's going to cause me to lose the screen. All right. Bye, guys. I'll be back.